understand that it's been a long time since Hazbin Hotel has been in production, because we've had almost 2 full seasons worth of Hell of a Boss in the interim, and it seems like no matter what, Hazbin Hotel is... There's some people out there who are convinced that Hazbin Hotel isn't going to live up to its original lofty goals and all that. I think part of that comes from the fact that a lot of the original cast is no longer involved. Specifically Michael Kovac, who plays Angel Dust, who is a lot of people's fan favorite, especially given the fact that Michael spent years of his life dedicated to developing the said character, and now it's no more.
Why?
Because basically they wanted to have the slot open for just in case a celebrity came along or something like that. Plus, there's acting guilds and stuff like that you have to please. I hate to say this. Actually, no, I don't hate to say this. A lot of these guilds, like the actors guilds, the producers guilds, all these guilds out there basically turns Hollywood into a big members-only club. And the only way you can participate is if you fork over a shit ton of money and you know the right people. That's about it. I don't see almost any benefit on the overall spectrum of these guilds, because even if it's the smallest bit, you know how petty
it's a benefit to people who are already in them, but it's a detriment to anybody who wants to get into filmmaking that's not in them and can't afford to be in them. So.
Yeah, and you know how petty they are about it?
Very.
You are not allowed... Okay, if you are not a member of the guild, of the Actors Guild, if you are not a recognized member, your voice cannot be heard in the final cut of the film. So in the background, if you're standing there and you Nick is fiddling with his stand. Was it being stupid again?
But somehow it got pushed over really far.
Don't know how that happened. But imagine you have a bit part and just in the background you scream. It's part of the scene, right? They will have to pay someone else to overdub your scream because you're not an official member of the guild, but the person who will dub over your scream is, and thus then it meets the rules and regulations. It's fucking stupid. It is fucking stupid. But
it's basically once they are involved and anyone in the guild is involved with a production, then every single person involved with the production must be a member of the guild.
Yes. That's basically it.
Ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
It's absolutely ridiculous that nobody in the guild is allowed to work with anybody outside the guild on anything.
Welcome to Hollywood. But anyway.
But also, I'm kind of the ballpark that I think that I'm very cautiously optimistic about Hazbin Hotel because large production companies take over in things.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, if you work with the right people, things can turn out right sometimes. For instance, a lot of people were worried about Vox Machina. And then, thankfully they got the right people to work with them, and it's amazing. It's one of the better new animated shows of the last 5 years. And Hazbin Hotel, they're working with A24, who has a great track record of working with smaller studios and letting them flourish and everything. But they are going to be releasing this on Amazon as well, so I guess it's just one of those things, it's just, they have to play ball on certain things, but they're still able to, express themselves more freely and still have a good degree of creative control. At least that's what I think. But the only way we're going to see is whenever Hazbin Hotel releases, which we have been supporters of Spindlehorse ever since Hazbin Hotel was originally announced. So to see this finally come to fruition, I'm happy. And I can only hope that this is going to truly shine and give Vivzy more of a platform. But anyway, are y'all ready to watch the season 1 trailer?
Yes.
Let's go.
Well, hello there, you wayward sinner. Do you like blood, violence, and depravity of a sexual nature?
Oh, Daddy, Do you really expect me to memorize this whole script?
Of course you do. That's why you're in hell. What would you say if I told you there was a place to stay that had none of that? Welcome to the Hazbin Hotel. Your last desperate attempt at salvation starts here.
Call now or don't. I don't care.
Your last
Also,
desperate-
we still don't have a working phone.
I didn't see that part.
attempt at salvation
Call now.
starts
Ow.
here.
So, what do you think?
I'm sorry, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. One note. This place is about second chances to convince heaven the people of hell can be redeemed.
Hi, mister.
Go fuck yourself!
Have you ever wanted
Accurate.
something that was so clear in your mind that you could taste it?
You're gonna help sinners?
Fucking hilarious!
It's a feeling like a rumbling in your gut.
I just hope what I'm trying to do here will work.
Are you fucking high?
Here, hold this. Oh my god, oh my god.
Damn it, Cherry.
First time in my life. Holy shit, why? Ready for this, ready to be the...
We got 24 hours before the extermination begins. Let's get to work.
And although I kind of feel unsteady, now I need to be ready for this.
They're gonna fucking die. They're gonna die.
For the first time in our lives, we know that we are ready for this. We'll show heaven up like they won't forget. It's time to take a stand. It is time to lend a hand against the angels and their deadly threat. We cannot take it anymore. The time has come to go to war. Prepare to fight. We're ready for.
It's time I remind everyone why I'm here.
I really hope that I'm ready for this.
I'm a bad man who never got enough hugs. Where's an innocent kid I can sell crack to? Who wrote this?
It's great, right? Keep going.
Yeah. His voice doesn't sound nearly as good as it did before.
No, once again, Michael Kovac just, his voice is so iconic, and the replacements for the for the actors, for the most part, I'm okay with, but the ones
Angel
that
Dust is really the only one I noticed. I'm just like, that's not as good as the original voice. You can't convince me it is.
no, and I would love to hear Michael Kovacs do like a full read over of it and overdub it just as like a fan thing.
Yeah.
I would pay for that.
I don't know if he'd be allowed to do that, though.
But, well, as long as it's not officially a thing that they put on like the platform, but it's like a side thing that I don't know. Honestly, I'm still okay with it, but I really, really hope that I'm really hoping that as the show goes on, the characters get more enriched and they become more familiar to me, because the Angel Dust is the one that really feels the most foreign to me in terms of just the performance.
Well, it just
And
kind of
maybe it'll
irks
grow
me
on
that they
me.
changed out so many cast members to put like big names in their places, and yet out of the whole list of names, Keith David's the only one I recognize.
I recognize Stephanie Beatriz. I remember I've seen her around a little bit, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like Keith David just an iconic voice unto itself. But yeah,
And I think wasn't Keith in the original? Isn't he one of the only ones that didn't get replaced?
no.
Whoever did the radio demon voice, I heard supposedly was the only one that wasn't getting replaced. Supposedly.
Let's
That's what I
see.
heard. I don't know if it's correct.
Hazbin Hotel. Original cast. Yep. Michael Kovac. Elsie Lovelock.
It was Edward Bosco was the original Allosaurus. I think he did
Yeah.
get replaced too.
Let's see. Come on. Characters. Here we are, main cast. God dang it. Okay, so Jill Harris was the original Charlie, whereas Elsie Lovelock did the singing voice, whereas Erica Henniganson is doing the new one, and then Stephanie Beatriz is replacing Monica Franco, Blake Roman is replacing Michael Kovac, Amir Talai is replacing Edward Bosco, Keith David is replacing Mick Lauer.
At least it sounded like Amir had tried to get like the original spirit of the character, from what I could tell.
Yeah.
Like he did a pretty good job compared to dude that replaced Angel Dust, Blake.
Yeah.
It sounds like Blake doesn't really want to be there.
Alex Brightman?
Yeah. Alex Brightman is... that's one that I am very excited for. Alex Brightman is replacing Stamper as Serpentius.
Huh.
You know, the big Cobra dude.
I just don't know who that is either. So.
He plays Beetlejuice in
Also,
Broadway.
also not only that, but he's Fizz in Hell of a Boss.
Oh, okay.
What?
That's kinda cool.
Yeah. He's Fizzarolli in Hell of a Boss.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The same Alex that plays Beetlejuice.
Yes.
What?
Yes. See? Over role as the titular character, Beetlejuice on Broadway. And his voice, he's going to be Serpentius. And he also plays Fizz in Hell of a Boss.
Oh, hell.
Just from what I can remember, I think Charlie sounded pretty good.
Yeah, her actrors, I
Vega,
don't have any
didn't really-
complaints.
I didn't really notice because she didn't talk enough in the trailer, I don't think. But I feel like she might have sounded slightly cooler in the original, but I can't remember.
Well,
But yeah, definitely, I just kind of feel like from the trailer, it sounds like the lines for Angel Dust are slightly phoned in. I hope that doesn't remain the case throughout the whole new series.
I hear you. Well, either way. Anyway, we're just going to move on from here. What do you all think about the new Hazbin Hotel? Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it's going to hold a candle to the impact that Hell of a Boss has had on the community and everything? I hope so, because Hell of a Boss has been awesome so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we'll see how it goes. Right now, though, that's going to do it. So until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Kate.
I am Nick.
And we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.